All right, everybody, we are back. As you can tell, the welder I use is Chicago Electric Welding. They are very good welders. I had one in the past, got one again. If you're learning how to weld, this is a good flex cord to learn how to weld. Awesome, very awesome, very proud of it. Uh, does a very good job for what I need it for. So if you're ever looking to wanting to weld or learn how to weld, Chicago Electric is a good welder, and it is also flex welder. So uh, it's a good learning welder if you're learning how to weld. That is a good welder. But anyways, we are back in the garage. Again, like I said before, got that piece welded in. I'm not a very good welder, but I do have enough faith in myself. I can weld something on a vehicle that if a vehicle got in a car accident or anything, those welds would hold. But I am also learning. So, as you can tell, we did get the passenger side welded. You can see where I welded. You're not going to see none of that. I did get it all cleaned up and repainted on the inside, just like the top. Got the top painted. The front is not green no more. It's pretty much, I painted the whole front. So got the whole front painted, making it look a little bit better. Hopefully that will hold down the rust until I can get a new Corsa Sport. We got this side welded up. We got it welded up. I gotta get the canister over here and set it in place to see if where I need to trim it. I might keep it out a little bit so this canister has something to rest on, because I think this vehicle, or at least this Corsa Sport's been in an accident before. I'm not 100% sure. So it's been tweaked, so I got everything. It took me a minute, but I got everything shoved back and twisted back where it should be. But I did get it welded up through there and down through. Like I said, there's some spots where I ended up welding through the rust. I tried to clean it the best as I can. I recommend a better surface to weld on. Clean it up the best as you can, weld it, and tack weld it, but it's not going nowhere. It's on there pretty solid. Just like the other side, it's on there pretty solid. It's not going nowhere. Like I said, I'm literally moving the whole freaking truck and it's not doing anything. So you don't want to weld strictly right across. You don't want to keep on putting a bead down. You just kind of want to tack weld it. What I did is I tacked weld here first, went to that corner, held it, kind of made another weld here, put 2 tack welds here, put 2 more tack welds there, and just kind of just kept on doing that back and forth so it wouldn't warp the metal. Did the same thing on the other side. That way I don't warp it, if you know what I mean. I would have done a quick little video of me setting it up in place and welding it, but I didn't. Like I said, I'm just using my cell phone, so it's kind of hard to hold something in place, weld it, and video at the same time. But I did get the Corsa Sport cleaned up. Like I said, I will be buying a new Corsa Sport, just not right now. When the prices come down, or when Rock Auto has their Corsa Sports in for the year of my truck, I will end up buying one this summer. But for right now, I'm not buying one. This is just temporary to get me by. So I fixed the rust on both corners to just to get me by until I can get a new one. That's all what I'm doing. Just trying to get by till I get enough money saved up where I can buy a $130 one, or I can wait till Rock Auto gets theirs in and pay the 85. I think it's like 85.95 shipped to my door. So like I said, this is a budget build, so some of the work I'm just going to have to fix myself until I get the money saved up where I can spend the extra $100 to buy a new Corsa Sport, or wait until Rock Auto gets theirs in and then go ahead and purchase theirs. So, like I said, I did use Chicago Electric welder, good flex welder. We got everything cleaned up, everything painted on the front. It looks really good. It's still wet because I sprayed it. Kind of cleaned up the rust a little bit here and there, and just made it look a little bit better and a little bit newer, I guess. But other than that, I just want to do a quick video on what it looks like now. I think we did a very fantastic job. I'm very proud of myself. Like I said, this side here on the driver's side, we will trim this up here tomorrow. Once the paint dries, I will take my cutoff wheel and cut it straight across. And then there's a little point right here that someone can really like get hurt on. So I'm just going to kind of round that off there so it's not sticking that far out. Just kind of trim it up down through there, and trim it up back here. That way this canister can fit there. I'm going to pull this canister apart. Like I said, people on YouTube are saying that you can pull this apart and there should be a filter inside of here. I never seen these tore apart before. This one is pretty well sealed, like I showed in my last video. It is sealed shut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off I'm going to mark them. I'm going to take a paint marker. I got 3 different colors of paint markers. What I will do is put a line or an X or whatever. Put a line on the hoses and put lines on where they need to go. That way I don't get them confused. Some of these lines, they need either cleaned up or replaced. Like this line needs replaced, this line needs replaced, that line needs replaced, this line definitely needs replaced. So one of these lines right here supposed to be my gas line, I guess. One of these lines supposed to be a gas line. I'm not 100% sure. Who knows? We'll figure it out when the time comes, I guess. But anyways, one of these lines supposed to be a gas line, but I'm going to pull all these lines off and get this canister cleaned up. And when I just go local here in my town to the car shows. I don't travel very far. This year, I'm hoping this summer I will have at least a 350 or a 305 down in here. And then that way I can go farther to the car shows. I like to go down to Columbus to car shows. I like to take it down to Columbus. I haven't been down there since I own the truck, but I would like to go down to Columbus. I would like to travel a little farther to car shows, Mansfield, stuff like that. But for right now, I'm just staying local in town until I do some work to the engine, and until I get enough money saved up where I can buy a 350 or a 305. Right now, I got a buddy of mine. Shout out to Chris. He's got a 350 that he's been holding on to for me I just haven't came up with the money yet. I'm hoping here the next month or two, since it's after Christmas, after the first of the year, I can get that engine off of them. So I might just drop that engine. It's a ready to go engine. It runs. It came out of a running car, I guess, and I'm going to do a couple look arounds on it and take it to a guy and let him go through it and make sure it runs good and stuff like that, and then hopefully maybe drop it down in my truck. So I'm debating on either putting that 350 down in this truck or buying a 305, since it's going to be sitting on air ride, and it's going to be a lowrider type truck, a mini truck. Honestly, I might just drop the 350 in it just for now and drive it with the 350 in it, and then take the 350 out and put it in another S10, and then drop a 305 down in this, because I don't need nothing big and powerful, since I'm running air ride and all that stuff. I don't need nothing powerful. I just want something that it's got a little bit of up and go. So I think a 305 will be good, but for right now, I am going to put a 350 down in it for right now. Whatever motor I get first, that's what's going down in the truck. Let's say that. Let's just say that. My goal is to have the 350 put in it this summer. Not 100% sure. If my plan goes correctly, we will have the 350 down in this truck. Because the 350, there's not a lot of work done to it. So it's just strictly out of a vehicle, and it's going to go right down in, and it's carbureted. So that's all what I care about. It's not fuel injected. It's just carbureted. So it's going to go probably down in this truck. I'm going to say 100% positive it'll be in this truck this summer. And then maybe when I get another vehicle, then I will upgrade that 350 to bigger cam, bigger lifters and stuff like that, where I can drop it down in another play toy and just put a 305 in my bag, this S10, and then I have two play vehicles. Yeah, two play vehicles. My dream was always to have my dream when I was a little kid, I always told my uncle, I want a lowrider pickup truck with a big motor in it. That way, if I want to go to a lowrider show, I can fit in. If I wanted to go to a car show, I can fit in on both levels. If I don't want to go to no car shows and I just want to go out for a cruise, I can look cool at the same time. I can look low and I can look fast. And if I ever want to go to the track and play, I still have a track vehicle. So I kind of am building a little bit of both to this vehicle. This is one of my dreams I always wanted to do. Something that me and my uncle talked about before he passed away a couple years ago, and we never got the chance to work on it together. He passed away I think right before I got the truck or right after I got the truck. He ended up passing away, so we didn't get a chance to do that, but it's all right. Then me and my son started to kind of work on it together, and then he went his direction, and I kind of just started working on it by myself, and I've been working on it by myself for the past 2 years. So, and this is what I do every year, every winter. I tear it down and do something different to it. So eventually this truck will be built from ground up. This is my budget build truck. This is what I do every year, every winter, every summer. I do something different to it every year. So hopefully when I buy a house, hopefully I can get the vehicle in a garage after I buy a house, strip it completely down to bare frame, have the frame sandblasted, painted, and put it back together. Put the body, put the cab on a rotisserie so I can get underneath, put new floor pans in. The floor's not bad. I did some patchwork in it last winter, but so the floor's not bad, but I would like to put a whole new floor pan in. But other than that, I just wanted to show you guys a quick video on where we're at and what we've done. So if I don't see you guys before the next video, have a happy New Year's. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. And hopefully we hit 100K here soon, where I can get a lot of people something, a sticker or a keychain or a t-shirt or something to you guys who has been showing me love and who subscribed to my channel and stuff like that. So take this video, share it with your friends if they're into vehicles. Subscribe to it if you're a new subscriber. This is a 1984 Chevy S10 budget build. This is what I do every winter, something different, and hopefully it's back together here in the next week or two, so we can maybe hopefully get another warm day where I can get it outside and get a better video of it, do a walk around. Speaking of walk around, we did get the bumper done. Here is the bumper. The bumper is done, ready to go on the truck. I think the bumper turned out better than I expected, but this ain't gonna be on the truck forever, so the bumper I'm going to eventually buy is a one. It don't have the holes in it, so it will be a whole flat bumper, just with the turn signals or with the marker lights in it, and that will be it. There won't be no other holes in the bumper, and then we can do our cuts on it so we can put the mesh in, kind of match the hood. So alright guys, well, have a happy New Year's if I don't get another video out or see you guys on the next time around. I'll probably have a video out tomorrow. Have a happy New Year's. Later.